This was the sound Nova Scotians heard on Friday just after 4 p.m. The emergency alert let people know police were on the scene of a wooded area in Hammonds Plains for reports of gunshots fired. Terrifying news, giving the province was not even a week removed from the shooting spree trauma where a man dressed as an RCMP officer driving a mock cruiser terrorized parts of northern and central Nova Scotia for 13 hours. 22 people were killed, many questioning why RCMP didn't issue an emergency alert at that time.
But I suspect that their standard playbook said issue an alert using Twitter, so they followed the playbook, and that's what they did.
National Security and Intelligence lecturer Leah West feels RCMP should have used the emergency alert system Sunday morning when they took to Twitter telling residents to stay indoors. She believes they didn't because it's a tool she says the RCMP have never used before for a shooting.
You know, an emergency is not the time you want to be developing or thinking about using new tools. So the fact that Nova Scotia really hadn't implemented or incorporated this tool into their emergency response, or that the RCMP, at least in Nova Scotia, hadn't considered that before, makes it not surprising that they wouldn't have used it in a time like this.
Professor Kevin Quigley says the tactics the shooting spree suspect used likely caught the RCMP by surprise.
But it seems to me this happened on a scale and in a manner, in terms of the uniform, where it happened, in remote location, the forest, people, the witnesses fleeing, I mean, the fires, the whole chaos of it just seemed like such a dramatic event. And so I think they were probably struggling to understand what was going on.
Premier Stephen McNeil says the province's emergency management office reached out to RCMP at the time to aid with an alert. RCMP top officials says they were close to issuing an alert, but then officers had killed the suspect. Moving forward, Quigley suggests the RCMP need to share more information to maintain public trust.
The RCMP really has to be very open about what happened. They have to get the facts on the table, and we have to, I'm sure they are concerned. They need to convey the concern that they have. They have to show that they're learning from this experience and they're sharing the information so that we can all be aware of what happened. So I think it's very important that they maintain public trust going forward.
In order to learn from this tragedy, Quigley believes a public inquiry should be the next logical step. Jesse Thomas, Global News, Halifax.